The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the hosts are for entertainment purposes only and do not necessarily reflect those of RJV Media Lab, Inc., its affiliates, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Them boys, they cutting up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls, children
of
all ages,
to another episode of Cutting Up with your boy D. You know me. Yeah.
Elroy D in the place to be.
And on the ones and two, we got that like see murder.
Ducked off in the back.
And like we always say, like, share, comment, and turn your notifications on so you'll know when we cutting up.
For sure.
We'll get right into this thing this time.
College football
is back, and we are smack dab in the middle of the season.
No, we ain't in no middle.
I feel like it's the middle because
this the preseason portion.
Yeah, and I spoken to you about that.
Yeah, I was agreeing. I didn't say nothing, but I agree with you.
I think we need preseason
to a certain degree.
Degree.
I think, especially the more I thought about it, I think preseason is needed, but I know it's not going to be possible.
Nah, it's not possible.
Be that as it may, since they are having it where we have 9 conference games.
Yeah, we'll go to that on the next season. We're still running.
I think that going into that 9 conference game portion, I think that they ought to be able to play teams that are beneath them when it comes to Power 5. So, seeing like y'all play Ball State this weekend, we play Louisiana-Monroe. I think those are nice preseason tune-up games to get everybody in the groove.
You got to lose one come next season, so I know it's a couple games. I think,
but I think that everybody ought to be able to play that first game instead of
you'll still get
instead of that kickoff classic, that big game like
3.
Huh?
You still get 3 out of conference games. You just won't have 4.
I got you. But I'm just saying though.
I think a lot of it affects more or less that game right before the Iron Bowl.
Because we all know we're in the point of college football right now where the outer conference games, more or less, if you got 3 of them, 2 of them are going to be cupcakes, and 1 of them is going to be a Power 5.
And the way it is with the NIL, man, those cupcakes now are turning into viable options that can actually beat you. Just like you'll see who lost? Army went down there and they
Florida.
lost. And they like Florida, you know what I'm saying? And you pay these teams to come to your shit.
It's hard to say that about South Florida, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, Central Florida, but I mean, like, think about it though. They like UAB to Auburn and Alabama, they still are kind of beneath them.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, bad loss for the Florida Gators.
Terrible loss.
Bad loss. Give me the top 25 poll, my brother.
Okay, so we'll go with the top 25. New number 1 is Ohio State, Penn State 2, LSU 3, Oregon 4, Miami 5. Please stop at 5. Don't like it.
Please stop at 5. You say you don't like Miami at 5.
I think they were overrated in the beginning.
I think Penn State is more overrated at 2 than Miami at 5. Miami at least beat somebody. They beat Notre Dame, a team that was ranked higher than them.
When?
First game of the season.
I'm just saying,
Notre Dame was ranked higher.
Right, I agree with that. But what I'm saying, even with Penn State has a better team overall than Miami does. No doubt. That is not even questionable. Because I like Drew Allen more than the Carson Beck. I like the running backs better in Penn State, and the wide receiver and the defense better than anything over there.
I get the edge to Miami because they're playing better. I'm not saying Miami needs to be in the place of where Penn State is. I think Penn State needs to be further down. That's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying Penn State ain't going to be eventually good. I'm not going to say that they're not going to go to the playoff. But I'm just saying I see other teams that deserve to be at number 2 right now with their body of work and how they're playing. Like, I would give Oklahoma that number 2 spot because of what they beat Michigan, bro.
Bro, they beat Michigan. That was what, 15? Okay. You know what I'm saying?
That still was a
and
big
then that's
matchup.
not saying much because I think Michigan's overrated because you got a freshman quarterback
I got you.
that never played and you lost so much to the draft. So I think that's overrated too.
Okay, keep going. Talk.
So we got Michigan at 6,
Yeah.
Texas at 7.
You mean Michigan at 5?
I'm sorry, Georgia at 6. I'm sorry, Texas at 7, Notre Dame at 8. Illinois at 9, Florida State rounds up at the 10, South Carolina 11, Clemson 12, Oklahoma at 13, Iowa State 14, Tennessee 15, Texas A&M 16, Ole Miss 17, UCF Bulls at 18, Crimson Tide 19, Utah 20, Texas Tech 21, Indiana 22, Michigan 23, War Eagle 24, and Missouri at 25.
Now I got a question for you. Be that as it may, Alabama lost to Florida State. So, what number were we when we came into that game? We were like
8.
number 8, right? And we dropped all the way down to like number 20, and moved up to 19 with that pass win. And that was more or less because of scoring the points that we scored and other people lose.
Right.
Now, I don't have a problem with us falling that far, but I'm going to ask you this. Like, don't you think everybody needs to fall that far just to give respect to those that are still undefeated? And I'm just saying, like, I'm a Bama fan, but I think we need to be behind Missouri. I think we need to be 25 and Missouri and whoever was number 24 needs to be in front of us. Just in all due respect, we need to be able to climb that ladder again. Now, we have time because others are going to lose and all we got to do is keep winning, and we are going to run into teams that are ranked higher than us ourselves to help us jump up that pole if we keep winning. You see what I'm saying? So, like Texas, like they got dismantled by Ohio State. They couldn't hardly move the ball. Like Arch looked very uncomfortable and scared. As big of an Arch fan as I am, he didn't seem to be ready. I think that they need to be one spot ahead of Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
No. They're the number 1 team and lost to 3. You're not dropping out of the top 10 regardless. That's not happening, period. It's never going to happen. Only because who you lost to.
I just feel that, once again, they should have failed at least to 20 or so.
Who?
Texas?
Hell no. You ain't going to never see that. You ain't going to never see that ever in college
I know we ain't
football
going to never see it, but at the end of the day, that don't mean it's right.
I ain't mad at it. When you lose to number 3, regardless, you only lost by 7 points. So I can't be mad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
but still, though, that 7 points doesn't dictate how the game was played. Like, they got dominated. Like, in my opinion, Ohio State called it. They really took their foot off the gas. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew they couldn't move the ball on their D.
Now, I think Ohio State just really wasn't trying to do much because they got a new quarterback too, so they're trying to bring him in slow. True. Just like how everybody else is. Georgia hadn't looked good. They only scored 28 points against who they played, somebody like Kent State. Yeah. So everybody hadn't looked as well because, like I said, the preseason, you go into what I call the first 2-3 weeks of college football preseason, because you can't say you got any continuity with any college football team when you bringing in 40, 50, 60 players. Yeah. So you got to get used to the program, used to, everything around you. So that's why you get a lot more upsets and stuff like that. So we're going to go over a couple scores, upsets, and like the big games. That's it. Get the bullshit alone. So we'll start with what you're saying with Florida. Florida was upset by UCF. Last field goal, 18-16. DJ Lagway was 23 of 33 for 222 yards, a touchdown, a pick. Is it time for Billy Napier to get fired, and is Lagway a top-tier quarterback in the SEC?
No, he's not a top-tier quarterback in the SEC, and that might not be all his fault. It might have something to do with the system that he is in. He doesn't fit it. But at the end of the day, I'm surprised Billy Napier wasn't fired at the end of that game. But I understand that they probably are going to allow him to finish out the rest of the season Florida being the program that they are, and let's just be real, he's been struggling since he's been there. So, in my opinion, the buyout money has already been stashed to the side. So.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, the buyout money might be a little thin because we always have to look at that. That's the biggest thing when we start talking about coaches getting fired, especially when people was talking about killing the board. I'm like, bro, that is not happening. He's not getting fired with a $70 million buyout.
No, it ain't about the buyout. In my opinion, like, it ain't about the buyout when it comes to killing the boy. I think that they're going to give him time due to the fact of him just getting the offensive coordinator that he has. Like, if they're able to fix the offense, all he has to do is just, like, cut Nix off, and he'll still have another year or two with the OC. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the defense doesn't show that it has gotten better against real teams, because, see, what we did this weekend is something that we supposed to do anyway, so I'm not hyped, and I don't feel no better about what we did about Louisiana-Monroe. I don't care if they did shut them out. I don't care if they did score probably more points in Alabama history, you know what I'm saying, in a game, but you did that against a team that was beneath you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, next week, from here on out, I will see if they have improved.
Who y'all got next week?
Wisconsin at 11 o'clock.
Shit.
That's not much, but keep in mind, Wisconsin was actually looking like they were going to beat us last year up in Camp Randall until the quarterback got hurt. So I'm not putting it past them with the way my defense has been playing inconsistent.
I'll say more or less with the offense. The defense.
Well, okay, whatever.
Man.
At the end of the day,
see if Rayn Williams gonna come back from the concussion.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, at the end of the day, my brother, like, they was in the game and they were driving like they were finna take the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were looking like we were in trouble. For real. So, like I said, man, we still got to play teams like Tennessee. We still got to play Georgia. We still got to play y'all, and y'all play us better.
Y'all still got to play South Carolina. Y'all play a lot of teams.
Y'all play us better than anybody, and right now y'all are looking like a real live powerhouse. I mean, I didn't see y'all play this weekend, but I know your defense and your run game is legit. I don't know if your passing attack has gotten better, but you know, at the end of the day, we have a real live gauntlet in front of us, and that's what I was saying. If the boy is able to get a decent record out of this gauntlet that we have, you know what I'm saying, and possibly go to the playoffs, and I'm just hoping, wishing, and praying, then yes, he's going to get an extra year, but I'm not worried about the buyout. The buyout money is there.
Nah, y'all ain't paying $70 million, no.
It ain't about what they gon' pay. I'm just saying at the end of the day, G, they got the money. Now, are they willing to pay it? I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah, most ain't paying to pay that. The only people that are willing to pay that is because of Texas got a little bit more money, so they was willing to buy out Jimbo over them Texas A&M. Like Bill Napier's now, the way I'm seeing it, is only about $20 million. So that's not much compared to the money that these coaches getting paid. So, hey, this probably will be his last year, to be honest with you. So, but we'll get over to what you were kind of speaking on. It's number 24 now. Auburn defeats Ball State by the score of 42-3.
How y'all look? Did you
behind Jackson Arnold's performance of 24 of 28 with 251 passing yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
Jeremiah
threw
Cobb,
for 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeremiah Cobb also chipped in with 11 carries for 121 yards, averaging 11 yards per carry. Also, Eric Singleton had 4 catches for 64 yards.
So y'all call the dogs off?
Touch carries.
Y'all just...
No, it was just a kind of defensive game, more or less. And it was toward the end, we could have scored.
I didn't get a chance to see it, no game, because I went to the Bama game. So I was keeping up. You know how they score? They show it on the scoreboard. So I was able to keep up with all the scores that evening that was going on, and I saw that y'all were up 28-0. So, you know, y'all had been up 28-0, like halfway through the third quarter. Started the third, something like that.
No, it was like we got 28-0. It was like halftime. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't scored 3 until like to the fourth quarter when they were supposed to score. They were supposed to call a pass. It was actually a fumble when defense end snatched the ball from the quarterback, and they said that he.
That's why I was asking, like,
whatever.
Y'all didn't score nothing in the second half. For real.
Yeah, we scored 42 points. We had 28.
Y'all scored 42.
It was 42-3.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking, I don't know.
So, yeah. Also, my boy Cam Coleman had 7 catches for 77 yards and jumped over a motherfucker in the game. So, yeah, we back. Deal with it. Ha ha. And I'll leave it at that. Also, we had number 18, Oklahoma, beat number 15, Michigan, 24-13, with John Napier leading the way with a 21-34 performance with 270 yards and a touchdown and 1 interception. He also had 19 carries for 74 yards with 2 touchdowns. Does Oklahoma have what it takes to become a top-tier SEC team?
I think they do, but I really don't know because I haven't actually watched them. I know the defense is stout, but I don't really know how good their offense really is right now because, like you said, they've only played Michigan, and Michigan has lost a lot of key players on defense. Offensively, they were saying that they don't really have the wide receivers that they need to go with the quarterback that they do have now. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't have them last year. They had them, but they got hurt and stuff like that. So that's what hurt them last year.
Yeah, so really, they don't have what it takes to go up against a top-notch defense, let alone, you know what I'm saying, a team that has both defense and offense.
They got players. I feel like they got good defense. They are stout against the run. Are a little susceptible for the pass, but that's still a little that Big Ten in them. But I do think Napier can get the job done. I just don't think he has enough weapons around him to take advantage of passing.
Right now.
Yeah. That's why you'll have a 19 carry game. You know what I mean? And you only win by such a small margin. So we'll see. You know what I mean? We got Oklahoma in 2 weeks, so we got to go down to Norman, and like I said, we'll see real soon. You know, it's going to be a little bit of revenge game. Jackson Arnold going to his home, back to his home. John Napier, the new quarterback.
Big games of the week.
So it's going to be a big deal.
Big games of this week.
What you mean?
The big games of this week.
Who was the big games?
No, I'm saying let's talk about the big games.
Yeah, we also one more upset. Mississippi State upsets Arizona State. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So
I didn't see it because it happened that evening.
Yeah, so I actually saw that one. So that was a good one right there. I definitely believe Mississippi State, they needed that win because, of course, Mississippi State has become the doormat of the SEC. So big up to Mississippi State with the upset of that win. So honestly, bro, wasn't no really big games outside of that.
I'm talking about this week, D.
Talking about the next week. This week that's coming up.
This week, not last week. This week.
Ain't that many big games this week to me.
None.
Not in my eyes. Let's go and look and see.
You got Georgia and Tennessee.
I don't even think that's a big game. I don't even like Tennessee like that.
I think Tennessee gonna beat Georgia.
Ain't no way in hell. No, you got Alabama and Wisconsin. You will say, if you want to make a mid, because this is an ACC game, you will say Georgia Tech and Clemson. Georgia, Tennessee at 2:30.
I like Georgia taking that game too. I'm just not. It's something about Clemson. Like, they should have actually lost against Troy. Troy just ran out of gas. You know what I'm saying? Like, they warmed down. Like, Troy jumped out.
Up the whole
16-9.
time. 16-9. And halftime was 16-3.
Yeah.
So after that point, I just felt like the athletes took over at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Athletes and conditioning and things like that.
Yeah. You got more people to throw out there, too. So, know, when it comes to offense, you know what I mean?
Now, the only other big game I will say that you do have will be Miami and South Florida. That is another top 25 matchup.
Definitely after them.
So that's be a 3:30 game. And
I thought it was a big one Saturday
Florida,
night.
oh, my bad. We got Florida LSU.
Right.
At 6:30.
Florida.
And, my bad, we got one more. I did forget about this game. Texas A&M Notre Dame.
So you got 3 possibly good games.
So
Tennessee and Georgia, Florida, LSU, Texas A&M, Notre Dame. And to be real, Alabama and Wisconsin might end up being a good game, man. The only thing that might help Alabama out is the fact that Wisconsin is going to come down here, and it's supposed to be like low 90s. It might be, it's going to be low 90s. That game there is 11 o'clock Saturday morning, so by halftime, it ought to be a good 85 degrees. So that humidity is going to play a factor in the game. You know what I'm saying? Wisconsin, I don't know what they have, but technically, I'm up in the air when it comes to my Tide right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid off a dominating performance, and they beat a team that's like on a high school level. You know what I'm saying? Like IMG.
I'm just going to be honest with you and go back to a couple things I've heard this week, and I'm just going to come up with my own analysis.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rayn Williams is the most overhyped college football player in the country.
And I agree. Until he shows me different, because he hasn't done anything.
He's only went over 100 yards, maybe I think twice since he's been there.
And he only had, in my opinion, one good game.
And that one of them big game was against Georgia. That's was his best
only
game.
Good game.
So I think that a mixture of people was a little bit of fear of him. He didn't do nothing in the last game, that bowl game when he actually played against Florida State. They chopped him down. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason, because I'm like, if you go back and watch that game, Rayn Williams wasn't visible throughout the whole game. I think he made a couple catches in the second half. Yeah, and the most camera time I had for him was when he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? God praying for him, hope everything go well. But I just want to see if he's going to get back this week, because he mixed this week with the concussion. So I just think it's the coaching and the culture changed in Alabama. You need the asshole coach that literally makes you that Nick Saban that was on the sideline cussing motherfuckers out at 63-3. Same way he was cussing you out at 0-0, that coach is who you need. That's not who you have. You have this laid back kind of chill guy, Midwest, West Coast, wherever where he's from. He's not an actual, a real, what I would say, SEC coach. I think it's Alabama's version of Brian Harsin. He just can recruit better. You know what I mean? So he just got better talent down there, but he's still giving you some similar to the same product.
That's the reason why I think
you know what I'm saying?
Be able to stay down there a little longer, because of how well he does recruit and how much those kids do like him. Cause like
but they gonna stay though. You get them there. That's the hard thing now, is get them to stay. When that pay can come across the way.
Yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. My opinion is the only way that NIL can work for anybody, and it ain't no secret about it. The only way that this shit is gonna work, where, like you say, you can keep your players, you got to be a coach that has a coaching staff that's just hell bent on blowing folk out in the first quarter, like Nick Saban used to do.
It's just accountability.
Therefore, you can clear the bench and everybody gets a chance to play. Everybody get a chance to play, then everybody eats. Then hey, you can't cry and say you're not getting playing time, because you are.
Yeah, I don't even look at it about
getting enough, but it is what it is.
I don't even look at it about trying to blow nobody out. I just look at it as being an accountability thing. If you execute and you're doing what you need to do, the blowout will take care of itself. Yeah. Whether it's 55-0, 55-12, or however, it'll take care of itself. Yeah. I just think, like, even with that lackluster running, whoever that was, number 18, see, number 18, whoever you are, girl, if Nick Saban was there, pro, you probably wouldn't have a scholarship right now. You know what I mean? You'll be heading to the crib, just period. I can't even think of his name, but it ain't about me calling you out like that.
Gonna call
it just basically just saying, because you got enough camera time as it is.
Yeah.
But it's basically saying, like, it's the effort behind it, bro. And that player's love show why.
Did nobody have
he just the one got caught.
No, he ain't the only one got caught. They just quick to dog him out, because
it was so visual.
Of course, once again, when people like somebody, they're gonna make excuses, or you're not gonna hear them say nothing. You feel me? So, like I say, Rayn Williams, you can critique him about everything he has done since the Georgia game, and to be real, you're gonna sound like what we're talking about when it comes to the safety for us now. It ain't no deal.
No effort, man.
He just had one lackluster game. Rayn Williams done had several. So, it's just all in how you look at football.
Yeah.
So, moving right on to that NFL, in my opinion, the real meat, unless you got something else.
Nah, we good.
Yeah, so, you got any hitters?
Nah.
You ain't got no hitters for me?
Nah, I ain't got no hitter today, Bob.
Okay, well, I got one.
Okay.
Since we're going into the NFL, we talking about, I'm going to bring up the game of last night. In your opinion, this hitter is a question. Just to want to, pick your brain and see where you at. In your opinion, what jeopardized last night's game between Baltimore and Buffalo more? The Derrick Henry fumble late in the game.
That's it.
Or the defense not playing defense.
The Derrick Henry fumble.
Because, see, I understand what you're saying, but my thing is this. I understand Josh Allen is a great quarterback. But with all the people that they have acquired on defense.
Who? Joey Bosa?
I'm just saying now.
They ain't got no super damn defense.
They went and got Joey Bosa, and they went and got another safety. Who is that they went and got? They got, like, other players, G.
They
And
just got some guys.
And then you got arguably the best duo at linebacker. Like, they have some guys. Ooh. They don't do that now.
Bro, stop, bro. The same cat that say hurt every fucking 12 games, he missed 8 to 12 games a season. Okay. We're not gonna do, bro. If Buffalo was that good at defense, we wouldn't be. It would be a
I'm
speculation.
not talking about Buffalo.
You talking about you talking about?
I'm not, listen to what I'm saying, D.
You said Buffalo.
No, I did not. I said what hurt them in the Buffalo Baltimore game. I mean, I'm talking about the Derrick Henry fumble or the lackluster effort from the Baltimore Ravens defense. Because the defense didn't show at all.
The fumble. The fumble, period. So the fumble doesn't happen, the defense sitting on the side.
And then my thing is this, like, I can't even really put it on the fumble. I'll put it on the coaching staff before I put it on the fumble, because if your defense is supposed to be good with all these big names, supposedly named players that you got, my thing is this. Punt the ball and make him drive at least 90 yards, 80 yards on this good D. You giving him the ball right there at midfield. It don't take much for him to go down there and get a field goal. This is Josh Allen. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you really putting your defense in a bad situation, and your defense ain't played good all night long.
But the fumble was how they got the ball back. It was a fumble, wasn't a punt.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, hear me out. I'm saying I still can't put it on the fumble because they shouldn't have went for it on 4th and 3. You understand? The video game Madden even tells you, punt the ball. You punt the ball, G, because of situation like that. If you punt the ball,
I don't think it was 4th and 3 when he fumbled the ball.
It was. They said it this morning. It was 4th and 3. He fumbled the ball. They were saying, because Stephen A was saying, I don't have a problem with it because you putting the ball in your playmaker's hands. Either if Lamar or Derrick Henry got the ball, you can't argue with it. You know what I'm saying? And right. You're right. But it was 4th and 3. You're at midfield. I don't know if it was, I think it was Baltimore side of the 50, not Baltimore, but Buffalo side of the 50. I think it was more or less like the 45, 50-ish, but on Buffalo side. And if they get the third down, end of the game. You know what I'm saying? The clock run out. You know, I think it was like a minute left, something like that. Derrick Henry fumbled the ball. And we all know he don't fumble often. Yes, it was his fault because he did fumble. But what I'm saying is, it shouldn't have came down to that, though. With all the acquisitions that they quote unquote got over the offseason, with the defense that they supposedly had, everybody had Baltimore as the #1 team in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying there's other things. It shouldn't have came down to that, D. They were down 15 points with 5 or 6 minutes left in the game. All right. That's why I was asking you that. Because, see, everybody want to say Derrick Henry fumble, but my thing is, where the fuck was the defense? You know what I'm saying? You got Hamilton, you got Humphreys, you got, what's the other boy they done went and got the safety? Like, they done went and got a whole bunch of folks. You got Raekwon, you got the other boy, like I said, arguably the best duo at linebacker. They done patched up the D-line. You feel me? Like, they supposed to be top-notch.
At the end of the day, we still talking about 2 of the last MVPs. So I still got to give Josh Allen his props. So I can't take nothing away from him saying like that. So we still ain't like we talking about Joe Schmo. So I'm going to give him his props and reference to that part. Without the fumble,
for 15
we're not even talking about it, though. So, but we got to look at it. I'm going to say this. The reason why I'm not gonna put on the defense, because I can say the same thing when it came to the Eagles, because they defense game, they got one of the best names out there, and without four critical drops by CD, we probably talking about a different outcome.
Yeah. I can go with you.
So that's what I'm saying. So I can't say that it's purely the defense.
But be that as it may, though, D, what you said is all the way true. But I can still say that the Eagles did make a couple of stops.
Now they were making some stops.
It wasn't many, but they still made a couple of stops. You know what I'm saying? To stop Dallas. You feel me? Yes, CD dropped some balls, but I remember a couple times they ran the ball on to try to get, you know what I'm saying, third downs, and we stopped them. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of times where niggas dropped the ball, but more or less because of them getting hit. You dig? Like it went both ways. Yes, CD dropped a lot of balls. I ain't denying that.
Critical, because that drop,
a lot of them.
Those two drops, especially that last one on that drive, that could have basically went down. And if you want to say it because of the timing of it, could have put them up to win the game, because it wasn't but like a minute and change.
But then another thing too, we got to add into the equation. The man that the defense is built around wasn't playing. And arguably the best defensive player that we have. So, you know, if he played, things would have been a little different because he demands a double team.
And think about this.
I mean,
even with them not having their former best defensive player, they still held you under the 24 yards and kept Saquon under 70.
They kept me under who?
They kept you to 24 points.
Oh, 24. You said 24 yards.
They kept you to 24. So think about it. They beat you. You beat them 24-20. Hurts was 19-23 with only 152 yards. No touchdowns in the air. Only had 2 touchdowns on the ground, which also had 62 yards from rushing with that. So that's what I'm saying. Even with that, it was a minimalistic opportunities for Dallas to win the game, but they were based on those actual drops which CD had late in the game. So that's why I said, of course, with him spitting on Dak Prescott, and of course, I wish y'all would have kind of let everybody else know that Dak kind of spit down at him, even though
they did.
It was late though. It was real late. It was
in the
late.
Second half.
You know what I'm saying? So it was 2 hours later.
Yeah, they did. So,
but it's cool. But I still feel like if you're going to suspend him, I think Dak should get something as well, even though he'll probably not. Well,
me personally, I think that that he shouldn't get suspended. I think that you ought to just
Who shouldn't? Your boy?
Yeah.
Shit.
And the reason why I said that is because you fine the shit out of him and let him play because he didn't play a down.
Who cares? He spit on a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he spit on his motherfucker.
That's the most disrespectful shit you can do to somebody. Slapping them motherfucker, kicking them motherfucker. I guarantee you 99.9% of every man, woman, kid, or dog will take you slapping on them and spitting on them.
Yeah.
And then you spit in his face. Or spit in jersey or whatever it was. You actually spit on a person.
Only thing worse is peeing or shitting on a person.
Right. So I got to let you, one thing about it is you got to be responsible and accountable for your actions.
And he is.
So and accountable for your actions.
And he probably won't do it no more. But the thing about
he got to learn sternly though.
But the thing about it is this though, you dealing with a real. See, today's football, everybody trying to get money, and hey, if you got the talent, you can make it, and you got a lot of street gutter people or people that really are about that life, and Jalen Carter is a nigga that's about that life, man. So,
but you got to leave that life at home, bro.
You spit at my feet, so I'm gonna be that nigga that's gonna spit on you.
So
and see,
and think about that, bro.
I understand, but see, my thing is this. I'm saying all that to say this. I know they're not going to do it. All I'm saying is if you're going to suspend him for another game, you need to at least suspend that for at least one game.
He ain't getting no suspension.
Well, if he
Dak ain't, because he didn't spit on nobody.
But if he doesn't, he really needs to get fined worse than actual Jalen Carter.
Oh, what? For
why
what?
I'm saying that is because the NFL has a policy about taunting.
That's not taunting.
Sportsmanship.
That's not taunting.
When you spit at a person and you sit up there and wink your eye and laugh, you taunting.
The game ain't started yet, so you can't throw a flag.
It don't. That's taunting, G.
But you can't throw a flag before the game started.
The game had started.
So how
the
he
first
didn't
play hadn't started from scrimmage.
My point,
but
exactly.
The game had started because they had already did the kickoff. They hadn't actually snapped the first play from scrimmage because our player had got hurt. That's what.
Yeah, the guy who the cornerback, I think it was the fullback. Yeah,
that's why Jalen Carter walked over across the line of scrimmage because that bitch ass was talking trash behind his offensive lineman. I'm not saying that Jalen Carter was not wrong for what he did, but at the end of the day, you taunting me if you talking shit and hiding behind your line and then you gonna spit at me, wink your eye and laugh. We've all seen the footage. Ain't no denying that. Now, he can say all he want that he had to spit because his mouth was dry because of him talking to his offensive line and all that. But it's the fact that you winked your eye and laughed at Jalen once you did it. That's what I'm saying you're wrong at.
Okay, so let me say this.
Because you exciting a ride.
Oh, okay, let me say this. Now, at the end of the day, we have to understand this. We are all professional athletes.
Yo, I know you're wrong.
So let me say this. At the end of the day, regardless of the fact, Dak Prescott is 100% wrong. Shouldn't have spit down at the man. We all know the gesture in which that can give to someone, depending on the person and their interpretation. But we cannot deny the fact that regardless of what he spit at, he did not spit on directly onto someone. So that's why I'm going to say, should he get suspended? Honestly, hell yeah, because that type of shit it shouldn't be welcomed. It shouldn't be like even that guy who slapped Kelsey with the open hand slap. I feel like he should have got suspended, whether open hand or closed hand. Because of the fact.
I'm glad you brought that up.
He should have got suspended too.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was just finna say that happened in our game as well. Ain't nobody talking about that, but their left tackle took his hand. Soon as they snapped the ball, my DN Hunt. Jackson Hunt, number 58. He took his hand on the snap, ran all the way back to Bessemer, and I'm talking about came all the way down and slapped the shit out of my DN helmet to the point where it knocked him down on the ground, like just bow. Ain't nothing been said or done about it.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hadn't saw that.
Google it.
I hadn't saw that. So I'll look at that. We'll revisit that.
It's a lot of things that, you know what I'm saying, went down in that game.
Yeah, that's a natural rivalry thing that happens. There's a lot of things that happen that they didn't call because refs try to not, the refs try not to determine the game by just a emotional
like
penalty.
That.
You know what I'm saying? Because that can actually change the game. Big picture in y'all penalty.
And see the thing that
so the light stuff they get away, but the spitting though, bro. From my opinion, I think Dak should get at least one game because of course I feel like he is citing it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Jalen Carter, because of your history. And because you know that you need to hold down because that was the reason why you dropped in the draft and why you even at the Eagles, you should get at least 3 games. Because like I always tell people, let me say why. You never learn true accountability and responsibility until you're in the place where it hurts. You have to hurt. Because like that's why when the people go, you don't learn until they go to jail. And you're like, oh man, now I'm going to call my mama. I'm going to be there for my kids. I'm going to do what I want to. Because you learn. Because you're like, oh, you know what? I need to change myself. Bro, he needs to understand, bro, that being that who he is. And think about who you say he are. Everything that you say he is that actually inside a character that should be accepted for who he is? No. You're too good of a player.
Well, I don't think he gonna.
You know what I'm saying? I think he should get at least 2 to 3 games. I
don't think he should.
You know what I mean? So and that's just because of the extent of what it was.
He already got one. He don't need shit else. Just find him. Fuck y'all.
So
fuck that too.
So
spit on that bitch again.
So let's talk about my coach. We destroyed the Tua Dolphins.
Now I got a question for you on that.
33. Hold on. Let me finish.
I'm not trying.
Let me get.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The coach destroyed the Dolphins 33-8 behind the Daniel Indiana Jones performance. Very efficient. 22 of 29 for 272 yards and a touchdown. Also chipped in 7 rushes, 26 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Coach rookie tight end, my boy, Jalen Warren, actually looked great. 7 catches for 76 yards. So, I told you. We're back, baby. Indiana Jones. Now, what you got, brother?
You ain't told me shit because you ain't have faith in now one of your quarterbacks.
Yes, bro, if you go back and pull the tape, and please, if you do, I said, we got weapons. I said, who the weapons are? I said, the only thing we need is a quarterback. That's why I kept saying, you give me Shador, we'll go to the Super Bowl.
That's why I just said, but Daniel Jones, have faith in your quarterback.
No, I didn't have faith in Anthony Richardson.
Well, you were going on Daniel Jones and he played with the Giants too. That's why you were saying you wanted Shador.
Based on what Daniel Jones did at the Giants, I knew he could do something if he had more weapons. Think about it. The only thing they had was Saquon Barkley. They ain't really had no. I think Sterling Shepard was like the only receiver still over there. Got to remember this before the Malik Neighbor days. You know what I mean? So I don't even think he was over there for none of that. So, like I said with the last one, behind Pittman, Downs. Tight end I got from Penn State, came with the Tyler Warren, Mo Alley Cox. I got Jonathan Taylor. You know what I'm saying? We got Mitchell. We got from Texas. Got from Texas last season, rookie. We got a bunch of actual weapons. Then we got Alec Pierce. So we got a bunch of weapons. We just needed a quarterback who can actually facilitate the ball, make good decisions, and throw a catchable ball. And Daniel Indiana Jones did so and destroyed the tuna fish Tua Dolphins. Thank you, Cole Coles. Big Blue is in the building. Thank you. Let's get it. Also, great game on Friday night. We have the Superchargers upset the AFC champions Kansas City Chiefs 27-21 behind Justin Herbert.
I told you, girl, we don't beat them.
Standout performance of 25-34, 318 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also had 7 rushes for 32 yards. Quinn Johnson actually stood out with a 5-catch, 79-yard game with 2 touchdowns. Mahomes was a typical Mahomes, 24-39, 258 yards, 1 touchdown. He also had 6 carries for 57 yards and a touchdown. Xavier Worthy went out early from friendly fire from running into Travis Kelce and was out for the rest of the game with a dislocated shoulder. Does that game and that performance catapult the Chargers to the number 1 team in the AFC?
No.
I'm going to tell you this, and
they might be the number 1 team in their division,
but not the Chiefs are in.
Yeah, but not the whole AFC, though.
Who better?
You got to get to either Buffalo or Baltimore still. I understand the Chargers are undefeated and they beat the Chiefs, but let's be real, the Chiefs ain't the Chiefs no more.
I'm not gonna say the Chiefs ain't the Chiefs no more. They ain't
got their best receiver yet. You know what I'm saying?
We say that every year though.
No, but they say Sidney Rice is their best receiver. Right. So let's just go with that.
They don't have their top 2.
They don't have. Well, yeah, because they saying old boy gonna be back with this.
Yeah, he should be back probably next week. But Rice gone for the first 6 games.
No, they say he gonna be back this week.
Worthy will be back this game. Right. But Rice gone for 6.
I know, but you said next week.
Yeah, Worthy. He should come back this week coming up.
Right, but you said next week. That's why I was just
yeah. So that's why I'm saying they out. But if you go back and look at Kansas City the whole time, they've always been missing something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say this, Jewel. Just remember I said this. Miami, looking shitty. Probably won't make the playoffs. Tyreek Hill, probably ready to get the fuck out of there.
Ain't no probably because they finna revamp. They probably.
I think he lands back at home with Kansas City and Mahomes.
They probably finna get rid of Dolphins coach, GM, Tua, and Tyreek.
Now I'm gonna say coach and Tua definitely. I'm gonna definitely say that they McDaniels
GM is the one that's like bagging the coach and going with the coach because the GM was more or less like, all right, don't you think we need to get another quarterback? And the coach was like, no, Tua is my guy.
Tua, and I think it was because of the health part, and he knew, and I think he knows that if he gets rid of Tua, he probably won't start at another because his injury history, he probably won't start another NFL franchise. He'll probably be a great clipboard guy, you know what I mean? Kind of like Jacoby Brissett, but I don't think Tua, because of his health issues and the emergence of so many new quarterbacks that's been, put into the league that will be taking some spots, just like Jackson Dart should be taking Russell Wilson's spot next week because he looks like a pile of dog shit.
And I don't understand why they didn't even put him in the game.
But they had paid Russell. They paid Russell too much money, man.
It don't matter if they paid him too much money. Like, at the end of the day, you see that they
can't. They like Sierra too much.
At the end of the day, you see that at the end of the day, he ain't got it no more, man. Like, they couldn't.
He ain't have it in Denver. Shit. Hell, how you think he got over there? He
didn't have it in Pittsburgh.
How you think he got over there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, that's the Giants. That's their fault. They got to chalk it up. I mean, you got rid of arguably one of your best offensive weapons in decades to us. You know what I'm saying? You done paid Daniel Jones a lot of money for nothing. So
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? So you might as well go and swallow the pill and just go on and just say, hey, Russell, look, man, we just need you to mentor him for the rest of the year, and we just going to release you, and you go wherever it is you want to go.
Same way that Atlanta do with Kirk Cousins with Michael Penix.
Right.
He started, then Michael Penix got his reason. The only thing I think with this one is that I think Jackson Dart gets to start earlier because Penix didn't get it until like the end of the week, end of the season.
I can see Russell going one more place.
Nah, that's it.
Honestly, I can see Russell going to the Saints.
Hell no.
The Saints don't have a quarterback.
They gonna tank for something new.
They are, but the thing that they gonna tank for ain't gonna be ready, and they don't have nothing on the bench that they can use.
And guess what they gonna bring home every time when they ready. And guess what they bring home every time?
Who?
The hometown kid, Jameis Winston. You remember every time they'll bring J-Mo down there.
They're not gonna do it this time.
But then they bring him down there last time.
And
they did.
And he stunk it up. He's not going
So
back.
they'll bring J-Mo Bay down there. J-Mo.
If anything, J-Mo last.
The crowd leg killer.
His last horizon will be New York.
So I like J-Mo, man. He's a professional backup quarterback, man. He's the greatest locker room guy ever. Get out of J-Mo. Okay, let's switch over to the NFL on your side. Well, the green motherfucking Bay Packers, man. Those fucking Packers beat the Detroit Lions 27-13 behind Jordan Love, 16 of 22.
No, let's just start with
168
Let's
yards.
start with what I told you first. Let's start with what I told you first. Detroit is going to be trash this year because they don't have now one of their coordinators.
No, because Jared Goff still was 31 of 39, 225 yards, and a TD, only had one pick. He was still efficient. I'm going to tell you what the problem was. The problem was they could not run the ball. They could not. Gibbs was 9 of 19. Montgomery was 11 of 25.
They were running the ball last year, right?
No, they still had mediocre performances against the Packers last season. They didn't have as many. You go back and look. We just speaking on the Packers.
But they were able to run the ball last year.
Remember, this is his first game, though. We just talking about the Packers.
At the end of the day, Detroit ain't got it. That's why Green Bay looked so good. That was a preseason game for everybody over there.
I'm gonna tell you why Green Bay looked so good. Because I will give them the props. When Micah Parsons came in the game, he made a fucking impact. I watched the snap specifically. He was the one who made the pressure to get that interception that Goff actually threw. He was killing Sewell on that outside, one-on-one, getting to the inside, using strength, beat him to the inside every time. Michael Parsons definitely made a humongous impact with them being able to pressure the quarterback and make Jared Goff a lot more uncomfortable than he probably usually would be against the Packers. So I'm not going to say the Packers are just like, those guys, because, I still going to stand up and I still like the Washington Commanders. But I still say Commanders, Packers, and I'll just probably stop there. Lions still, of course, got to show me a little something there. And we'll see the Minnesota tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in Chicago. So, but I do think that.
Oh, you just talking about for their division?
Yeah, I'm just talking NFC. I'm thinking about anybody who can beat you. You're here.
Oh,
you're here.
You didn't say that, D. I'm trying to figure out what you was saying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you just.
I'm just kind of
like, wait a minute.
That's why I switched over to the NFC, and I was, I know.
I'm with you now.
We were kind of speaking on with the Packers and the Lions, because what we're speaking NFC is whoever can get to the Eagles. Okay. Because the Eagles are the pecking order. Okay. And we just like when we was talking about Kansas City.
I just didn't know what you were talking about. I thought you were talking about division at first.
Just strictly NFC.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why I say those will be the teams that I look at. When I'm looking at, okay, we know the Eagles are the pecking order. Boom. Let's just get that out of the way. Who's the Knicks? You know what I mean? So I think I will have to put the Packers in there. No. I'm definitely going to have to put...
I got more faith in Washington than
Washington
the
definitely is in the mix.
Green Bay, I don't have no faith in them.
And I'm going to see what Minnesota looks like tonight.
And see, like you know what? I got to see more on Green Bay because at the end of the day, I think Green Bay's weakness... when it comes to their defense and Michael Parsons, I think that the Eagles as well as Washington will be able to beat the Packers because they know how to play Michael Parsons. You feel what I'm saying? And I understand he might have a better defense around him right now, but if you just look at it and just break it down, yes, the front seven is good, but that back end is still suspect, G. You know what I'm saying?
So right now,
if you able to run that ball, find a way to run the ball, which Washington as well as the Eagles will be able to do because you have a quarterback and a running back and a good offensive line. So once you get that going with that play action, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's their weakness, they secondary.
Right.
So, I mean, and then just being fair, I never have faith in Love. You already know how I feel about that. I have more faith in Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, to be honest, like, I know it's early, but the Rams are still a force to be reckoned with, too.
I still like the Rams, but their defense, they still like
they
just got to pick that up a little bit more.
Like you said, first game, and going back to what you were saying about Dallas, it was first game. Like last year, we didn't even really get it together, period, as a team until like week 5, 6. So, like you said, it's preseason.
Then you also got another player. Don't know if I'm gonna ask you this. You probably know.
Go ahead.
I don't know if he played, but Eagles. I know you know this. Eagles signed Darius Smith to a 1-year deal up to $9 million. Did he play this week or will he play next week?
No, he did not play this week.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you still got another player to add to go. And I like Darius Smith, played great. I think he was at Cleveland. So I do think he can bring you depth up front. You know what I mean?
You talking about the DN?
Yeah.
I think he came, when we got him, I think he came from Minnesota.
Nah, he was with, what's it called? He was at Cleveland.
Baltimore.
Darius Smith went to Baltimore last year?
He was Baltimore.
Okay, I know he was. When I was watching, he was Cleveland.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
I think that was Baltimore.
Let's see here.
Because this shit so real, my wife had showed me. She was like, did you know this? And I was like, no, I didn't. Because she showed me like Saturday night, Sunday morning, something like that.
No, he was with Detroit last year. He was with Detroit last year. And then he was with Cleveland before that.
Right.
Baltimore was who actually drafted him.
That's what it is.
Baltimore drafted him. Then he ended up at Green Bay, Minnesota, and Cleveland.
They working out
Detroit.
Another cornerback, too. They talking about trying to sign
y'all getting
corner.
a little thin back there.
No,
I think y'all good, though. Didn't y'all lose somebody?
No, we ain't thin. It's just the fact that...
Then y'all lose some depth, though. Then you lose like a first... I think y'all did lose a first-round guy. And not the fullback. I think during training camp. You sure? Check it out. See, I think y'all did lose one first-round guy in training camp. I could be wrong. Probably I could be wrong with that. But I think... Because that's usually...
I'm serious. The only somebody we lost was that fullback. Everybody else...
So y'all think y'all didn't lose nobody in preseason, like during the training camp?
Not being hurt. Hell no. The only somebody that got hurt in the training camp was Landon Dickerson. You know what I'm saying? And remember, he back. He had that surgery. So that was it. got hurt. He re-aggravated his hamstring, and he ain't been practicing or doing too much or nothing. Talking about A.J. Brown, and that's why a lot of people are speculating that Jalen on his shit. He and him.
That motherfucker show fucked up some fantasy football this weekend, boy. He had. I'm gonna tell you something. He dropped a big dog. Anybody who had A.J. Brown and Worthy starting the fantasy, they were some pissed off motherfuckers because both of them dropped them a 0 bug. So yeah, they was pissed.
Well, so, yeah. I'm here to tell you, if you are doing fantasy football or anything to that degree, like, don't bet on my Eagles because we're going to do whatever it takes to win. So if we're going up against a team that has a great secondary, then we're going to run the ball more.
So let me ask you a quick question.
Numbers aren't going to be big. We're trying to win. We're not stat chasing to try to win too. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
How many losses you got this year?
Don't do me like that, D.
No. Cause the reason I'm fuck that. I'm doing that shit. Cause I smell. You know what I smell? See, Murder. I smell a little undefeated shit coming out his motherfucking throat right now.
No.
Don't you no me, motherfucker. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I do not. No. I'm gonna tell you no, my ass.
We're not going undefeated.
Okay, cause I'm gonna tell you why I said that. I'm gonna tell you why I said that.
We're not going undefeated. I say about 2 to 4 losses.
Okay, cause when you said
2 to 4.
We're going to do what we need to do, rather this.
No. I'm just saying.
That sound like a motherfucker say, no matter what we need to do, we going to motherfucker win.
No, D, I promise to God, when I say that, I mean, like, whatever the defense
gives. I know what I'm saying. Whatever, give or take whatever they give.
Yeah, even the defense.
I gotta fuck with you,
what
bro.
Dallas did. You know, Dallas had they had over the top help the whole time where AJ and Devontae couldn't get loose. So we used them as a decoy, and that's when we used Dobbins.
Yeah, the
little post across the middle.
Did Mitchie play? I didn't see him out there.
Mitchie played, but he just did punt and kickoff.
Oh, okay,
he's number 18.
Okay.
But no, I wouldn't say the undefeated because we're not trying to come out the gates full blast. We're trying to rope a dope.
Nobody go come out full blast because of because nobody plays preseason, and I think that because nobody plays preseason, they got it. No. And I will give one props.
It is a team that's coming out.
Big props to Pittsburgh and big props to Aaron Rodgers, bro. Hey. I can't say you was, but I can give you
I got to give more props.
You know,
I don't know, man. I think that was a stalemate. Like, I think both of them deserve props, but both of them at the same time deserve ridicule because, like, going into that game, I know for a fact most analysts or football fans walked in came into that game thinking that this is going to be a low-scoring slugfest.
No doubt. Both defenses couldn't stop a nosebleed.
And Aaron Rodgers is probably going to squeak it out by him being the better quarterback. But I think the Jets should be happy with Justin Fields and their offense. And I think Pittsburgh should be happy with their offense as well to a certain extent because they couldn't really run the ball. It was just more or less the Aaron Rodgers show. Right. And in their division and in order to be able to compete for a Super Bowl like they're trying, they're going to need to help Aaron Rodgers out a little more when it comes to running the ball.
You know Tyler Warren and what's the other cat?
Like, I got
Jalen Warren. I think it's Jalen Warren.
Yeah, because, I mean, what happened to their defense? They done went and got players as well. You know what I'm saying? You done signed Bosa. I ain't heard Bosa name all
I ain't gonna lie to boy, big up to that boy Jalen Ram. Ram played, boy. Yeah,
he played.
That big ass head, boy. Man, did you see that hit? Did you see that catch where that motherfucker put the ball and caught it against the side of that nigga helmet?
No.
Ooh, boy, look at that shit.
Okay.
He caught sideline, bro. He caught the motherfucker, and he caught it holding up against the defender helmet.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, you need to see that shit. I mean, that's catch of the year right now, bro. There's another dude caught one from back here from Oklahoma and caught that bitch. But dude who caught it, he literally held it against the side of his head and hit that boy.
Okay.
Wrapping up, a couple of thoughts as we wrap up, man. We know we got Miles and Alabama State finna play a game.
Yes.
So is that where is it? Where is it? Is it here?
Hell no.
It's in state?
You know it's down in Montgomery.
Oh, okay. I was gonna try to see if we can get some tickets to that thing. I got some folk down. I told you I got to pull down there Miles. I was gonna see if we was here so we can go to that boy.
Yeah, I think that's down there at Alabama State. Cranton Bowl. I mean, no, not even Cranton Bowl. That's down there at Bama State Stadium. That's been a little game they've been doing for the last
couple years. I know that. I've been seeing it. Yeah. And I saw that one of my folks was looking for some tickets for it. I know my folks was letting me know about
Big up to Bama State since you brought them up. They beat Southern on the road this weekend, and them Bulldogs on the hill. Alabama and them beat Alcorn this past weekend, 42-32.
I think we're going to have a good classic football game this year because I ain't going to lie though, bro.
I'm hoping.
I believe, I'm kind of, I can't say I'm on either side. But if I'll take a side, I would have to take the maroon side because when I went to North Alabama, so that was the closest thing to us. We stayed up there, I remember when they first built roads and all that. So if I pick a side, it will be A&M. But that motherfucking quarterback from State ain't nothing to play with.
When it comes to that game now, like
it's bad.
I'm an A&M diehard, but this year here is bigger than the winner of the Battle of the Bands or the winner of the game. Like this year here is about both universities and both universities winning. And what I mean by that is like coming together and putting on a elegant, classy show for the world because all eyes are going to be on us for the first
take, baby. Stephen A. Smitty, Cam Newton.
We need the presidents of Alabama A&M and Alabama State to come together and make this probably the best experience because this is the best kept secret.
I ain't gonna say it's no key secret. I just don't think we're just.
People know about it.
We're just not as publicized as much as like the Turkey Day Classic and the Bayou Classic and things like that. We're the oldest though. We're the oldest though.
No.
I think we are the oldest though.
No.
We are the oldest.
No.
Who the oldest?
We are the biggest classic, but the Turkey Day Classic is older.
Turkey Day is the older. I thought the Magic City was the oldest. No. Okay, but I don't think I say it's this in reference to big. It's where it's held. You know what I mean? I think it's basically because it's stuck in little old Legion field.
No,
you know what I mean?
The thing about it is
even though it's a mecca of football.
No, but the thing about it is this though. You have people all over the country that come.
Yeah, so people from Alabama.
When I say best kept secret, what I meant by that is when it comes to the Magic City Classic, as big as it is inside out. It's not a game that is shown on live national TV it is now. Okay. But it's not shown like the Bayou Classic was. See,
because the Bayou
was, but is.
Yeah, because the Bayou Classic been playing on TV for years.
That's the plateau. See, if the Bayou Classic is on NBC every year, live. So, in my opinion, when I was younger, it was tape delayed and showed around about 9, 10 o'clock at night that Saturday night on BET. You know what I'm saying? Now it's being showed on ESPN Plus live. But it's a difference.
Now they actually usually give ESPN because they got us on regular. The Classic was actually on standard ESPN last year.
Okay,
it was on regular ESPN. Okay, because that's why I said that's how
know because I be out there.
Yeah, so that's why I said now we're getting within the last couple of years we're getting the actual. That's why I said we are now because they're actually playing it. That's why you get your Stephen A's here now because they are playing your HBCUs on ESPN.
That's right.
So you getting the ESPN or you will get like ESPN2.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So you still getting that national coverage and big ups to all the HBCUs that First Take will be traveling to, including the Classic. I know they went to North Fork State and they'll go to a couple more places. Mm-hmm. But all throughout those tours, make sure y'all do the best to be the best and always do the best. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a good thing. Last thing, this Saturday, baby, got a fight going on. Canelo Crawford. Who you got? You know who I got? I got Crawford in 7. I got Crawford in 7. You heard it here first. Mic drop. Mic drop.
I'm just a spectator.
Mic drop. Shit, 7. I hope he knocked that redhead motherfucker slap on his ass. Sick of you, Canelo. Tired of you, boy. It's time for you to go down. And we got us a country boy from Nebraska to do it. It's on you, boy. Let's get it. Your ass in the ground, Canelo. Then, hold up. One more thing and we going to leave. What's up with this fucking Mayweather-Mike Tyson shit?
Man, stop.
And then they talking about paying him $100 million or something for that bullshit.
Man, stop. I ain't want no need to even bring that bullshit up after that last shit Mike Tyson did with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of the ones that I don't play with fire. Like, you might burn me one time, but it won't happen again. So, like, when it comes to all these exhibitions, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with that shit no more.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
I mean, I might watch it for the entertainment portion of it, but you're not fixing.
That's all it is, pure entertainment.
Indulge in talking about it because it's bullshit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't shit. It's something that I definitely wasn't expecting. You know what I mean? That's the last thing I would have expected.
Man, look.
Just like how we having an exhibition with Tank and Jake Paul. Same shit.
But the thing about it is this, like, people not wrestling, and I'm a wrestling fan. You don't like AEW, you don't like TNA, you don't like WWE, all because you want to holler it's fake, it's scripted. But be that as it may, those moves really do work. The only thing that's scripted is who's going to win. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to boxing and this exhibition bullshit that's going on, like, in my opinion,
that's just money grab.
That shit is worse than wrestling. With wrestling, at least you have it's hype, and they give you a show.
I think they're trying to create it like wrestling, where they're trying to give you hype and a show.
Yeah, but the thing about it is so fake because when it comes to, like, you pulling hooks, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
Mike Tyson, like, the way that you saw him and the way that, well, the way that you know and remember and love him, what he did in that fight with Jake Paul, to me, it tarnished all the bullshit that I've known and loved. Like, that Jake Paul bullshit was worse than when Mike, in my opinion, got his ass whooped and I cried. Like,
now, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say it was that tarnishing to me. The only reason I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna say it quick, is that it didn't tarnish it for me because I knew what it was when I saw it. Anything that's attached to Jake Paul, I know it's a money grab. It's him trying to generate. He wants to generate a buzz for people to take him serious in boxing.
But what I mean by that is this, though.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh well, might get some bread. You know.
But what I mean by that is this. This nigga here is. He's at the top of the food chain when it comes to boxing. It's only one other boxer you can put in front of Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? And a motherfucker can't argue or say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
And for me,
who you gonna put on there?
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
But in order for him to come and say all these things on the internet about how he studied all these different warriors, he's a warrior, he misses so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he thinks of himself as a pussy because he can't be the warrior that he once was. But
I can feel him on that, though, because Mike Tyson was a different motherfucker.
And I feel him on that as well. But when you go in that ring and you acting not half of the man that you was, but half of the man
but that was because you know that was something that's why
Mike
he was chewing on that club. So
he don't need the money.
So
that's what throw me off. You didn't need that money. Jake Paul might have, but nigga, you got
Jake Paul needed exposure.
You got your own weed strain.
Yeah, he sell vapes and all type of shit.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like, you never heard for
Jake
money.
Paul. No, that was Jake Paul wanting to say I fought Mike Tyson and went the distance.
But in my opinion, you actually took away from your persona for this bullshit. That's just the way I took it. Like,
I ain't take it that much though. You know, not in these days. Now if it was 10 years ago, then yeah. But now, not now.
Like Jordan. Everybody know Jordan ain't had no business coming out that damn booth when he was on the Washington Wizards. But niggas respected it because he was out there hustling, grinding, and giving his all. You feel me?
I agree, but
Mike wasn't giving his all. That nigga was pulling everything. Like, nigga had Jake Paul wide open to knock him out or a body blow, and he pulling it. Yeah. Like, man, stop, man. Like, I can't stand that shit, man. Like you talking about the fight between, you know what I'm saying, this weekend. Oh, cool.
Hold on.
Because I love boxing.
Hold
I'm with
on.
it.
Let me to cut you off.
What up?
But one thing before we leave. Before we leave out of here, one more thing, and fuck you.
What?
The Eagles the Jaguars are trading Tank Bixby to the Eagles in exchange for a 2026
Tank Bixby. Talking about the running back?
War Eagle, motherfucker. More Eagle, motherfucker.
Join the squad.
Yeah. So, yeah, that just came across. That just led a little bit. I just saw that.
So we got Tank. That's going to be good.
Yeah, you need that. You need that.
I'd rather have Tank and A.J. Dillon and get rid of the other guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
And as we say, people, we have come to another episode end. Oh, man.
Fly, Eagle, fly.
But always, you can get us, check us out, Facebook,
Best GM in the game.
YouTube,
Harry Roseman.
X, Instagram.
Bird game.
And also cut your notifications on, like, share, and subscribe, and let us know when you really cut up. Bye-bye.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
We got them Kansas City Chiefs this week.
Who, the Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh.
In Kansas City. They always do it like that. When they beat us a couple of years ago, we had to go to Kansas City.
That will be the game of the week, and we will visit that. I'll say Kansas City.
I doubt if it's the game of the week.
I'll say Kansas City.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
17-10.
Well, I appreciate that.
Mic drop.
I appreciate that because I know we're going to win because, every time you buck against me, I come out to the good.
You just got one win the last year, bye. Yeah.
Them boys, they cutting up.